Hello and welcome to another edition of Rock's Garage. I'm your host Kevin. On this episode, we're going to show you how to install a voltage reducer, part number VOLT-0010, on our 2011 Club Car DS. Now before we get started, we want to show you what's included with your voltage reducer, as well as any and all tools necessary to perform the installation. Here are the components that will be included with your voltage reducer, part number VOLT-0010. Now first you'll have the voltage reducer itself, as well as the harness necessary to hook the voltage reducer up. Now that we've shown you what's included, let's take a look at the tools necessary to perform the installation. Now the tools that we will be using throughout our installation are a Phillips head screwdriver, ratchet with a 1/2 inch socket, 7/16 wrench, a pair of wire strippers, a Sharpie, a pair of safety glasses, some cutters, wire crimpers, a 1/4 inch drill bit, and a cordless drill. Now that we've gone over the tools that we will be using, we're ready to begin installing our voltage reducer. Now before getting started, there's just a few simple steps that we need to follow. First, since we're going to be working in the battery compartment area, we want to go ahead and remove our seat bottom. After we've done that, it's very important that we place our tow run switch in the tow position if we're working with an electric cart. After that, you're going to want to make sure that you disconnect your batteries. Now the next thing we want to do is to find a suitable mounting location for our voltage reducer. Now you want to find an area that's well ventilated and easily accessible. However, you want to be sure that it's an area that when drilling to mount the reducer, it won't strike any gas tanks or batteries or anything along those lines. Now what you're going to do is place the reducer where you want it, mark out the 2 holes to be drilled. You'll then drill those holes with a 1/4 inch drill bit and secure your voltage reducer in place with the provided hardware with the reducer. Once you have your voltage reducer mounted to the cart, the next thing you want to do is to connect the supplied harness to the reducer and route the other end up into the battery compartment area. Now our next step is to wire our voltage reducer to our deluxe wire harness, which we have previously installed in another video. After we have those connections made, we're then going to make our connections to the batteries. Now the connections that are necessary is to take the ground wire from our deluxe harness and tie that into the black wire off of our voltage reducer using a butt connector. After that, we're going to take the positive wire from our deluxe harness and we're going to tie that in to the positive off of our first battery. The green wire from our voltage reducer is going to go to the negative terminal on our second battery. Now since this voltage reducer is a 16 to 18 volt reducer, you want to make sure that you hook it up to the correct battery. So you want to make sure that you get the first 2 batteries that will give you the 16 volts. You don't want to go to the last 2 batteries and tie into a 48 volt or a 36 volt. If you're unsure of which batteries these are, please check out our video for the deluxe wire harness installation as we show you how to test the batteries to get the proper voltage. Once you've made all connections for your voltage reducer, you then want to zip tie any of the excess wiring into your battery compartment area. After this has been completed, you can then reconnect your battery pack. Now once you have your batteries reconnected, you want to go ahead and test the functionality of your light kit. Now since this video series was just to demonstrate the proper installation of the voltage reducer, we don't yet have lights cut into the body of the cart. And once you've verified all of your lights function properly with the reducer, you can then go ahead and reinstall your seat bottom. Once you've verified all of your lights function properly and you've reinstalled your seat bottom, that'll complete the installation of our voltage reducer, part number VOLT-0010, on our 2011 Club Car DS. Now be sure to also check out our videos for our deluxe wire harness install, as well as the cutting in of the headlights, taillights, installation of the horn, turn signals, brake switches, and other various accessories. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.